Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a little something different today. Different but the same. I picked up this Skag the other day and the motor is toast in it. It's got both rods thrown. So I'm going to have to take this off. I've got two engines out there that I picked up today. Neither one is really what it calls for. There's a 17 horse Kawasaki, which is what this is, a 19 horse Kawasaki, but it's a V-twin. The one I have out here is a single cylinder 17 horse, which it should still probably work. I mean, I put 18, 19 horse engines where stuff had 22 horse engines and they work just fine. You have to bear with me today. The wind is ridiculous. I'm gonna try to do a will it run on this John Deere I picked up today that's got the 17 horse Kawasaki in it. I'm gonna try to put that engine on the Skag, but I do have an old school horizontally opposed twin. I think it's an 18 horse Briggs OL head, which I don't think it's going to work because of the width of the engine. I think it's going to hit. This one, I think I can actually run the cylinder backwards. You can mount it either way, depending on how the throttle and stuff comes out. I should be able to mount it, though, to where the valve cover is facing the rear of the mower, and it still work. But we're going to do a will it run on this. It's been sitting for God only knows how long. The hood was all busted up. The guy kept that. I have the seat for it. But I'm just going to get it running, save the motor, and those wheels and tires. They're brand new tires on really clean wheels, other than I didn't quite pressure wash them good enough. But I may put them on the Lockley over there because I've already got a set of yellow skinny John Deere wheels on the back. I may put these wide ones on the back and put the skinnies on the front because that thing's only two-wheel drive. I guess it's just got them wide tires all the way around it for flotation. But I can't take that engine off, or I'd use that one. I think that's a Kohler, but I'm going to try to get this going for my mother later. I got all winter to work on that. But for right now, I got to go over here and get my other batteries and memory cards. Dang, the screen just has a glare on it. It looks like dirt. And then we're going to get back here and get started on this thing. Okay, here's what we've done so far. You notice I got a push rod out of it. That's because the valve's stuck. It's opening and shutting, but it's closing really slow. So we're gonna get some pliers on this, see if we can't twist it a little, get it unstuck. The carburetor, I have the air cleaner and everything on. Looks like it's got a little water in there, no big deal. It had a hood on it, so it hasn't been rained in. But I did hook a fuel line from the fuel pump into some fresh gas. So first we're going to start with this valve, see if I can't spin it. If I can do this with one hand. Well, I can spin that part. Let's see. This is hard to do with one hand. And I'm not 100% sure I can even do it anyway. Yeah, it's just going to spin the... I don't really want to take that retainer out of it, but I'm going to have to, I think. Okay. All right. I know this is not the correct way to do it, but it'll work. Let's get some spray down in there. Hopefully it's just got a little carbon on it. There we go, just like that, she's unstuck. See how easy that works? Perfect. Now the fun part. Getting all this stuff back on it. I should probably use a magnet for this. It works a lot better, especially when you need 3 hands. Oh no, that ain't good. I hope they went all the way down. Of course it didn't. Now it did. This is where it'd be nice to have an air compressor to blow that valve up. It's always easier getting them off than going back on for some reason. Oh. The valve keeps shutting, or opening, excuse me. And of course I dropped the retainer again. And I just pushed the valve open again. I'm going to pause it right here and take a minute to reflect on my life. Okay, it took some finagling to do, but I got it. Now, let's get the push rod back in there. This won't be as hard. Still not going to be super fun, but ooh. There we go. Now, let's spin that over and see what happens. Okay, we got compression now. Alright, put the valve cover back on. we need this on the battery. And let's go get the starter button and go from there. Okay, so it's just turning over slow, so we're going to start the skid steer, get a little more juice in there. It's going to be a little loud, but it is what it is. One of these days I need to go get some dang contacts. I hate wearing glasses, doing mechanic work, because I'm always putting them on, taking them off, especially since these are just readers. My regular prescription glasses got destroyed, just like these will be eventually, I'm sure. So, hang on. Let's start the skid steer and get a little more juice in the old riding mower. I think it's going to run. That helps in. That didn't help at all. Alright. Next plan. I actually have a good hot battery. So let's take it off of another machine and we'll put it on here. You should be able to go from there. And I got this mower from the same guy I got my Ford from, and you can see he has an issue with mice at his place. So chances are this thing was never going to start with the actual ignition anyway. So let me go get the other battery and I'll be right back. Okay, got the new used battery on it. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, now let's take this solenoid off and make sure it's not stuck, which it probably is, especially if it's had old gas on it, sitting on it. Now the only thing that I ain't 100% sure about, yeah, that's, unless you have power to that. We're gonna fix that right quick. Look, boom, it's gonna get gas now. You know, maybe, I think the needle's stuck. Man, I wish the wind would start blowing today. Come on. Grab it. She's not stuck now. Oh, may never get it back in there. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Clean out the bowl. Not too awful bad. And then we're gonna choke the shit out of it and hopefully it'll start sucking fuel up. She's about to run. Probably not. Alright. All ready? Well, and the other thing is the coil. Let's see. Not really sure what this was I hooked to the positive, unless that was. It's energizing something up there. Ain't energizing that. I need to actually take the ground off. There's a safety switch or something. Probably keeping it from running. Maybe that's it. Try the fire. Alright, need to start picking up gas. Running on its own? Oh, dang. Huh. Just trying to run on her own. You little chokey. Ooh, it runs backwards too. Carburetor's still got a little junk in it. It doesn't really want to idle real good, but all in all, that's a win. Now that I got it getting hot, I need a medium immediately start disassembling it to pull it out of this and put it in the skag. Not really, we're not doing that. That's idled all the way down. Yeah, she's still got a little trash in the carburetor, stumbling a little. Gotta love a Kawasaki, they sure sound smooth. I see smoke, but it's either oil that dripped off when I pulled the valve cover. Could possibly be a valve seal, maybe why the valve was stuck. I think it's burning oil off. And it was full of oil. I checked the crankcase before I even started any of this, and it was level full and clean. You can see right through it. It's good oil. So it was either recently changed or it hasn't been run much. We'll let it run and burn that oil off. That's it for this video. I know it's a really short one, but luckily it didn't take much to get that thing going. She's really burning the oil off of it now. It's not coming out of the exhaust, so it's not a valve burning. It's what's running out on the, what was on the muffler. So when I pulled the valve cover off, it dripped some oil on there. It's going to take a minute to burn that off. Fuel line's unhooked. See how long it runs. Actually unhooked it a while ago. There's the fuel tank. So I can put the cap on it, put it back in my truck. This guy needs to make up his mind on that van. If I have to, I'll deliver it if it's close by, but I need it out of here. And there's the other engine I got. Those are still really good engines. And also the other thing, I don't know if that Kawasaki there has the same crankshaft as the Skag engine has, and if it don't, I may have to use this one. But then again, I'm not sure this one's got the same crankshaft. I haven't even pulled the pulley off, hadn't even got the motor off, obviously. so I don't know anything about it. But this would be a good engine for something later. I have another engine sitting in that Murray, but I chose not to use it because it's a Tecumseh engine. I think it's 12 or 14 horsepower, maybe. I don't know, maybe more than that. Oh, it is. It's 16 and a half horse. But I'm not real fond of the Tecumseh engines anyways. I just never, I mean, I've had a few that were okay. I've just always liked the Briggs, the Kohler, other than the Kohler Courage. They're just not really that great of an engine. They'll work in a pinch. And Kawasaki, of course, is a really good engine. This one's really good because it's still running on that same gas that's in the fuel line. Not sure how much longer it's going to last, though. Alright, well, you saw it with your own eyes. It does run, and it does drive too, believe it or not. Can't check the mowing deck, obviously, with all the electronics unhooked and chewed up. I imagine I could run a hot wire to the PTO switch and probably make it engage, but we're not planning on mowing with this thing. Like I said, I'm gonna pull the motor, put it on the Skag. I'm gonna pull those rear wheels and tires off and put them on the Lockley over there. If you like the video, go check out my channel, subscribe. I've got plenty other videos like this, some better, some worse. But I will talk to y'all later. Adios.